like there's so much more.
Yeah, you can't get away from that. That's going to be...
No, like, I'm the gay girl.
Yes, but you represent yourself well and tasteful, and that counts too, because I think there's a stigma.
There is. There is.
With people, but you are a working woman. You've built your business. You're successful.
Thank you.
Welcome to Posture and Purpose, where both healing and community come together. Make sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Let's get into this episode with Dr. Michelle Carr Frank.
Hello, and welcome to Miss Sophia Spallino, my friend first and foremost, and my guest today who's going to share a lot about her life in the world of social media and marketing. What first inspired you to begin sharing so much of your life, your personal life, on social media?
What a question. Well, thank you for having me. First of all, thank you for being my friend. You're so special. You're such an ally, and I just appreciate you because everything about you is so genuine.
Well, thank you.
It means
I try.
a lot.
I
Yes. Well, I think I went about it honestly in a way that I would never do again. So like 10 years ago, the internet was such a different place where girls would get on YouTube and share like their makeup tutorials and share their life, every piece of their life, because your life was a reality show if you were a vlogger. And nowadays, no one's really done the research on this yet. But I have a feeling in 20 years, there will be some diagnoses and some warnings to people about what it's like to be so vulnerable on the internet, to share your life, to not be, first of all, compensated, especially when you're just getting started as a creator, in a way that you're making enough money and you've got the support of a therapist or people you need when you're being that vulnerable. Like, we're not Kim Kardashian, right? I surely wasn't when I started this journey, and I still am not, right? So
yes, you are.
Oh, thank you. But at the end of the day, you get vulnerability hangovers. But that is what got me to where I am. So I can't regret it. But going forward, would I ever do it that way again? I don't know. The internet's a different place. You can pick a niche. You become known for that thing and you go really hard on it and you get people excited about it and you share just enough of who you are and who you are on the inside and give people a little behind the scenes look, but you still keep things close. And back when I started, I made my money by not keeping things close, by sharing my relationships.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that if you want to.
Yeah. So I am now a global lesbian matchmaker for the most successful queer women in the world. And I founded a lesbian dating platform that's a little bit more affordable and accessible for everybody called the Queer Country Club. So I do high-level clients and a community that's accessible to everybody. But I started out in the straight world.
Okay, I was going to say, what brought you there? How did that happen? How did that unfold?
Yeah, I am from this small hometown, right? So I was raised very, very, very evangelical Christian, and I still identify with Jesus. I love the Lord, as gay people can do. Let's shout it from the rooftops. But I was taught a very strict way of life: get married, marry a Christian man, become a housewife, go to college to find your husband. That sort of instruction. And that didn't work out for me. And eventually I did meet a good man, even though I didn't want to be with him forever. I met a good man that I ended up building a life and a business with. He founded Silly Bands, and he was much older than me. And so he had this huge company, but it just went away. It was one of those products that were a fad. And I had social media experience for years. And we kind of saw each other, and we're like, I like you. Let's help each other.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. So we both left the relationship better than we found each other. But sadly, it was very easy to go viral for making joke and light of our age gap. And sadly, thankfully, it helped me a lot. I talked to him last night, actually. I said I wouldn't be where I am. I gave him a tour of my new house, and I said I wouldn't be where I am without you. But he was 30 years older than me. So whenever...
30?
Yes.
How does that happen?
It just happened. He found me on Instagram, and I was like, okay. And I had just come from... My parents have a beautiful life and lifestyle, having a jewelry store here. I married a man and lived in a trailer park where I barely had $30 for grocery budget a week.
You heard it here first.
Yes. Yes.
Who would have thought?
For real. So I lived in a trailer park in Florida in the dust with this husband. And so when I left that relationship and it was like, I'm married, for in love, where did that get me?
Right.
Because he wasn't even nice to me.
Oh, I'm
sorry. It's okay. He was so cute. Like if there's gonna be a man, he looked very like homosexual. Like he was
Really?
he was very metro, feminine features, huge lips, long eyelashes, just ugly on the inside.
Beautiful
type.
on the outside, right?
Yeah.
We've all been there.
We have you? Yes.
Exactly.
So I ended up going from having a great life as a kid. I mean, obviously there's struggles when you grow up with rigidity and you're gay and you hear certain things, right, about not being gay and it not being safe. But other than that, like, I love my parents and they gave me a good life. And I married for love and I ended up in a trailer park with worrying about how much money I was putting into the machine to like wash my clothes at the trailer park, right? Like if I paid $3 for that, that could be less grocery money.
Wow.
It was that kind
Struggle.
of yeah. And so when I left, I was like, well, my Mimi always told me it's just as easy to marry a rich man as it is to marry a poor man. So I was on a mission. Just we're gonna still marry for love, but we're gonna make sure he's rich first.
Right.
Well, that wasn't exactly what happened because I met someone who had made money and had lost everything. So while I was making a living myself, pretending to be this like sugar baby with an older man, I wasn't. And I helped him build his business and he helped me because he was willing to be in those videos. We went viral together. One of the biggest, most controversial companies for dating in the world made me the face of their brand. I'll have to tell you about that privately.
Okay, I was going to say, okay.
Yes. But it's still searchable on the internet for sure. And that's how I made my income. And I learned about the dating industry. And one of the biggest things I learned is people date who are successful. They don't just marry for love. And they certainly don't marry for money. They marry for compatibility. And that comes down to your values and just genuinely what do you like to do each day and loving each other the way I know you do with your husband.
Yes. Oh, I'm very, very, very fortunate. I
You
have to say.
are. Y'all are so cute together.
Thank you. Thank you. But this podcast is about you. So when did you realize with all these stories that you're sharing with us, when did you realize I actually have influence over people? You know, we hear the term influencer now. It's just part of a vocabulary. But how did you come to realize that you actually, wow, I have a following and I know you have quite a following out there in social media.
Yeah, well, the weirdest thing was, for reference, I have like about 500,000 across the board, which is cool, I guess, but it's also not like the hugest.
It's huge to me.
Okay, well, thank you.
I mean, that's wonderful.
It's impactful because I built a big community. I think the moment I knew like something was like different was whenever I got on TikTok, and it was before anyone else had gotten on TikTok.
What year was that?
It was 2019 when I first got on. Okay. In 2020, I blew up when everyone got on TikTok for obvious reasons. They were bored.
Right.
But I noticed something was like a little weird when I couldn't even go down to get a coffee in my neighborhood coffee shop without like little girls following me on their bikes. And I'd be like, I'm concerned about you watching my content because like your parents might not approve.
Right.
And at that time it was more controversial because it was like this age gap sugar baby vibe. And that's not what I want to teach the younger generation.
It was very entertaining.
It was very entertaining. Thank you. But that's how I got here. And then I just realized I got to come out of the closet. I had to tell him. He knew from the beginning, like, girl, like, you're not straight. And we just had this deep friendship. And we were helping each other. And we weren't married, but we were so financially intertwined. I mean, we were laughing last night. To this day, I still send him his passwords for every one of his businesses, his cryptocurrency wallets.
So he trusted you.
He really trusted me, and I really trusted him. So, yeah.
Chalk it up to experience.
Experience. And without him, I wouldn't have had the experience in the dating industry. That idea wouldn't have been planted in my heart to build a platform, and I wouldn't have built the audience. And it was crazy to not only come out of the closet, come out in the South, come out where I had someone very important in my family tell me, like, God's never going to bless you because you're queer. Like, God doesn't bless homosexuals financially. You'll be ruined. I heard all these things. I was shunned from multiple friend groups. Your son was the first to accept me. Yes, after that happened.
I raised him right.
You did.
I'll take credit.
He's fabulous. He actually saw me walking around. Like, I think I was having a day where I actually broke down and was crying on a walk. And that's when he saw me. And it was right when I came out. And we built a close friendship. So much love for him. But it was hard coming out. And
how did that change your life?
Ooh, everything. Especially because people think that, like, it's the only thing that defines me because that's my brand. Right? Like, there's so much more.
Yeah, you can't get away from that. That's going to be...
No, like, I'm the gay girl.
Yes, but you represent yourself well and tasteful, and that counts too, because I think there's a stigma.
There is. There is.
With people, but you are a working woman. You've built your business. You're successful.
Thank you.
Are there any times where you say, I think I'm not going to share, or I'm over this. I'm ready to quit this. I'm just going to have a little brick and mortar business somewhere, or is that absolutely never going to happen?
I think... Ooh, that's like such a good question. I would love to have an early retirement and sell my company to the right person in like 5 to 10 years. That would be amazing. For now, the way to protect my mental health has been to scale using different platforms, not just requiring me to be on and share my life. So more about sharing my expertise, my advice as a dating coach, as someone who works with so many queer women around the world, sharing that expertise rather than sharing just my journey. So for instance, like this morning, I shared a video delivering my partner a gift for her birthday, like in bed with the little hat on for her birthday, like, happy birthday girl, but like I blurred out her name. I don't share her face. I keep those things private.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure. And depending on the person, you have to respect that and respect their privacy. Was there ever a time you wanted to quit because of any type of criticism or hatefulness?
Yeah.
Being on social media, I know you have your platform now, but you're also very highly regarded with social media and what you've done with that. So.
Yeah, thank you. Before doing what I do now, I taught social media. So I had the Social Media Academy. You've even come to a few of the meetings.
Yes. I'm a bad student.
That's okay.
Bad student.
You're a good podcaster, though. This is impressive. This is better than mine.
It's not me, it's them.
It's so good. But I... last year, actually, in September, I got attacked by some people who don't believe that you can be queer and love the Lord. So I was sharing content that focused on being spiritual, but also being gay, and showing different ways that the Bible isn't actually as bigoted as people make it out to be. Things were put in there for maybe not so good purposes to control people, or it was the law of their time, right? Right.
And we have to think if the time comes when we see Jesus come back to earth to bring us all to heaven, I don't think he's going to say, you all are welcome, except you gays.
No.
You stand over here and you get to stay here.
Exactly.
I believe love and acceptance always wins.
Thank you. And one thing that I love is like the proof that God didn't make me to self-destruct, because I tried so hard, right? Like I tried to pray it away, like begged, right? Pleaded. It would be way easier to just marry a man, to be honest. Like, especially being so feminine, it'd be way easier. Even as a matchmaker, lesbian dating is hard, folks, okay? But I love that we can look at creation and we can see that God made over 1,400 animal species that are same-sex coupling that literally take care of little babies.
You did your research.
Yes!
You did your research.
And so sharing these kind of things put me in some hot water last year, and I almost lost my business. And at that point, I had 7 employees to put food on the table for. Now I have 9. And it was really scary. I didn't know how I was going to pay them. Multiple women in business in Lafayette that I look up to were there to listen, but no one could help. And it was because they reported me for sexual exploitation.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, which was insane.
I'm learning so much.
Yes, it was horrible. But I have great connections at Meta now, in political high places, so don't even. Don't even think about it because we'll track you down. But anyways, it was a very interesting, horrible time. And I had people that I looked up to who have built multi-million-dollar companies telling me, you need to fire everybody and just save your money right now because I don't think this is coming back for you. And I just was like, no, God is going to take care of me. And if I keep speaking out of love and truth and kindness, like it's going to come back. Someone's going to help me with this. And then I got great connections and all is well now.
And so you don't take no for an answer. You just keep questioning the answers and moving forward, which I love.
But all this to say, I almost ended up in the mental hospital because of it. 7 people to put.
Is very important.
I mean, I was not okay. I was crying constantly, could hardly eat. It was really scary.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, yeah. It'd be like if someone like burned your brick and mortar down, right?
Yeah,
because of who you are, which is so crazy.
And your reputation is very important as well. But what does a typical day look like for you? I mean, I know you personally, so I know you're always working. But tell our listeners what a typical day in the life of Sophia is like.
Not enough stretching.
Right. Okay.
Let me uncross my legs right here so I could like.
Coming from your chiropractor.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Dr. Carr's helped me because a month ago now, I went on a retreat. I literally couldn't walk when I got off the plane. And you helped me so much. So thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome.
It starts with waking up and, lots of vitamins, glutathione. Getting my hair back after COVID has been really hard. Also, right after COVID, I came out of the closet, lost my house, my car, like everything, right? Had to build my businesses. So it was a lot of stress. You taught me about my autonomic nervous system.
Good. You were listening.
I was. And my nervous system was shot. Like I just wasn't a peaceful person for 3 years. And now I know who I am. I've got a foundation and I take care of myself first. So when I wake up, it's praying, reading some sort of spiritual text. It changes depending on the day. I read very slow. I read like 3 pages a day.
That's okay.
Digest it. It's slow. Journal.
Good.
Vitamins, glutathione shots. I do liquid glutathione with some apple juice so you don't taste that like strong whatever.
Oh, okay.
But that and go and get like glutathione infusions really helped me. By the way, for anyone who's struggling with like mold, your nervous system being out of whack, your hair loss, that's really helped.
Where do you do the injections?
I used to go to Vivid. But I don't go anymore. I just take the liquid.
Okay.
So I haven't found anyone. Maybe if there's someone on the podcast that comes in,
I'll have to find someone.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. New recommendation for Lafayette. But so I start like that. I talk to my team. That's super important just to see how everyone's doing in the morning, encourage each other. We do a team meeting, team prayer, and then I take care of the clients that I've got. And I have appointments for the day. I usually take up to 2, whether that's new people coming in for matchmaking or coaching calls or a podcast. And then the rest of my time is truly making content. Because at this point, it's my job to oversee my co-matchmakers, approve of different decisions, take actual calls with the clients. But then from there, it's actually a lot of marketing. So like 3 hours a day on content on a long work day.
What is one of the best or well-known podcasts that you've been on?
Ooh, I think that would be, well, no, they were on mine. I don't even know that I was on super well-known. I loved my time with Reverend Carla because she was just such a beautiful soul who spoke out on behalf of queer people. I don't even know if she's doing it anymore, though. That's the thing. But that was a good one. Yeah. Other than that, yours.
Posture and Purpose.
Yes.
There you go. What do people not realize about how much work and time and energy that go into what you do with social media and marketing?
I think after COVID, people got a different perspective because more people worked from home. Mm-hmm. But before that, and especially as I built a reputation of being like the sugar baby with the jokes, like people thought I literally didn't work. And even then I was working really long hours.
You hide it well because I know how hard you work.
Thank you. You do. I've gotten better. This year I've gotten it down to being around 8 hours a day, which is great compared to 14.
Yeah. But, I mean, you've done so well. I mean, you've got your name out there. Your new business is thriving, so that's wonderful.
I've never, and this is something I'm so proud of, but just want to encourage women, wherever you're at, if you have a dream in your heart, God's going to provide the way, but you have to work. And I've never dipped in the red. Like, never not been able to pay people, never had a bill I couldn't. Like, I just found a way to make more money. When you're an entrepreneur, you don't think about, like, what it's going to cost. You just think about how to make more. Mm-hmm. And then, honestly...
make it work.
Yes, and for you, it's how do I help more people? Mm-hmm. Same for me. How do I help more people? The more you can help, the more... job security you have for yourself.
That's what we're all here for, is to help each other. So,
and be consistent. Like, you went to school for how many years to be a chiropractor?
Over about 10.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Right? And then people think they can get online and that they're going to make money just because they went viral once. Mm-hmm. Not the case.
No, not the case. And how do you stay creative? How do you find new material? You're always, I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it.
I think being on the leading edge and devoting my time to the craft, just like anything else. So it comes from a place of what's new and evolving for me from inside, and then what is trending on the outside world that I can put my own spin on. So there's both. But I've less and less shared more about the inner world because it's just too much. Or I pick things. Like, I pick little parts of myself to share. Like, I've been painting lately, so like I share, ooh guys, I'm painting. It's terrible, but it's just fun.
And everybody wants to see what you've painted.
Yes, and like shout out to the bougie bar. Like, I went there to make candles. I've been doing creative things, okay? Good. So that's been like so fun. I share that part rather than just...
Yeah, you're an artist at heart.
Maybe so.
She may want to share with you about playing the harp. Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh.
About how that came about and your schooling for that.
Yeah, well, I was homeschooled and really religious. So, of course, my dad wanted us to all play the harp. But they say that my first words were harp. Like, the first things I asked for as a present. And
was that because someone at home was playing that instrument?
No. And believe me, my mom is not musical, so absolutely not. That's where I truly believe, like, it had to be something that God intended for me. Mm-hmm. And one day when I do quote unquote retire, I'll create more music.
You're never gonna retire.
I will. I love what I do too much. But I have a few songs on Spotify that women use at retreats around the world, like very healing, very interspiritual, so not focused on one path to God. Right. And yeah, it's really resonated with people. It's called My Healing if you want to listen to it.
My Healing by Sophia Spallino. Well,
yeah.
There we go. Now I know what I have to do when we get out of here.
You lay down, put on your headphones, and prepare to cry.
Oh, no. Yeah. It's sad. It's relaxing.
It's about forgiveness. Okay. It's about letting go and understanding that forgiveness isn't condoning, but it's letting go of the past controlling your present. And that's the only way that I've been able to forgive.
It's a powerful message, too. What advice would you have for someone starting off in, like, I want to be a social media influencer? What would you tell someone? Is this a good time to do that? Is it ever changing? What advice would you have?
Well, it's always getting more saturated. So I wouldn't say wait. If you're going to do it, start now. It's not easy. You have to fake it till you make it, or you don't. You share the authentic journey of it, which is what a lot of people are doing right now to become successful. However, I believe that is eventually going to get really old to watch, like people sharing their path to social media growth. Mm-hmm. So that is a trending thing right now, but if you listen to this a year, I have a feeling it won't be cool anymore. I think, honestly, choosing something that you become an expert in and speaking about that over and over, your take on it, making it yours, is the way to grow the quickest, because you're sharing one specific thing and honing into that algorithm and quickly building a community that's based on one facet. And that's the quickest way to growth. The most authentic way to growth would be mixing it a little bit so you have more freedom. As a personal brand, people like you for you because they buy from people, not places. But at the same time, you might see slower growth with that. But you're building a safety net, because I could pivot. I could share, okay, guys, I sold straight dating. Now I sell queer dating.
She's got you covered.
but it's authentic because they saw the path.
Of each.
Right. If you don't open up, you might not have as much job security, meaning you may have to build a totally different platform if you decide to pivot. I want a personal brand that I can pivot because people connect with me.
Yes, they do. Are you still coaching?
Yeah, I do. It's less on social media, but like if someone books a call with me, that's their hour. So if they want to talk about social media, then we talk about social media. But usually it's for dating and matchmaking now.
So, do you have anyone that you can name drop on us? Any famous people that our listeners may know of that follow you or that have reached out on social media in any way?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my favorite person that follows me and that I've personally hit on, and I will not disclose what was responded to me in the DMs.
Okay.
But that is Sharon Stone.
Really?
I kid you not.
Okay.
I kid you not.
How did that happen?
It was really funny because I didn't even notice. So one day I just got a DM from someone and they were like, Sharon Stone follows you, right? And I was like,
that's exciting.
What do you mean? Like, you're joking. Like, I follow her, so you just mixed it up. And she was like, no, she follows you. And so I went and looked, and then, yeah, we had a little conversation. So, yeah, she's really cool. Really cool.
I recently watched an interview with her talking about compensation on the different projects she's worked on and the differences between what men get paid and women get paid. Mm-hmm. And it is eye-opening still in this day and age that she has to deal with that. So Sharon Stone, if you're listening, hello. We love you. We love you.
Would still hit on you in the DM, Sharon Stone, but I will not do that again.
Behave.
Yeah, I will behave. You know I like them older. Miss Michelle?
Well, it's been such a pleasure getting to know you. Again, this has been easy because you're a friend of mine and my family, and we've been knowing you for a while. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a longtime customer of my parents and being the one who pushed out my friend.
God, I gotta love it. But,
yes.
I'd always like to ask the last question of each chat. How do you maintain your posture while pursuing your purpose in life?
So like my hard shell, my boundaries. I think the most important thing, especially with what I do and all the divisiveness in the world, is I want to be known for what I'm for more than what I would be against. It's also much safer for you in the world to promote what you love and let people get the hint and allow your righteous anger to fuel you in private, regardless of whatever the cause is. Because when you want people to be nice to other people or care about the animals or whatever cause it is, the more you can talk to them with a true intention of wanting to understand them from a place of love. Try as hard as you can to see them as God sees them. Like, it's so easy to be like, oh, this person's being so hateful and God could never love them. But actually, at the end of the day, God does love everybody. So if we can first look at them and just be like, okay, I'm going to approach this from love, which means not just the words that come out of your mouth, but the intention of your heart.
Actions speak louder.
It has to be like in there, like no matter what happens, like I know that I did my part to be love. And then if from there it's still not a loving experience, you set your boundaries, and it's okay to have fewer friends, fewer family members, fewer everything. I mean, I shut myself off from a lot of people in my family, and it's been hard, but I also feel so peaceful. And
healthy boundaries are good.
Yeah, healthy boundaries are good.
And love and acceptance always wins. So
always.
Thank you for being here. And until next time, sit up straight, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay adjusted.
Thanks for listening to the Posture and Purpose podcast with Dr. Michelle Carr Frank. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Until next time.